Welcome to Kirby's Kitchen. Uh, Today we're gonna make smothered salmon with broccoli, smothered salmon with broccoli and cauliflower. We're gonna throw some mushrooms in there, and we're gonna have some rice on the side, some black bean rice, very healthy for you. Black beans are very healthy. And let's get started. Oh, and by the way, guess what? No salt. No salt. No, low sodium meal. Please subscribe to my channel. Please click the like. And let's get started. First, we're going to wash our hands. Put this over here. Might need it. Make sure you wash your hands real good. Never know where bacteria is hiding. Okay, so we got some salmon. Hold on, we need a frying pan. Let's get the frying pan, and we're gonna get the strainer because you want to rinse off the salmon. Okay. Rinse the salmon off. Throw that salmon in there. Always lay the salmon on the skin. Okay, so put the salmon to the side. We're gonna cut up some mushrooms. Make sure you're very careful cutting mushrooms. Don't use the size of knife. Use like a steak knife. You know. So I would say cut up about 5 or 6 mushrooms. You know. This is a good meal if you're on a diet. You don't want to overdo the rice. You want a little bit of rice. Okay, so I'm going to rinse these mushrooms off. Make sure you rinse them off real good because mushrooms are grown from the ground. So you want to spread the mushrooms in the pot, the frying pan, and see. Okay, let's put the rice on. Okay, so we'll put the rice on. Now, I'm using bottled water because they say there's something's wrong with the water. You should use fresh water. So. Thing about tap water, you never know what's wrong with tap water. Okay, so we might need another one. Okay. Okay, got enough water. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the stove. Always set the water for high. So it's gonna boil. Then take it down halfway. Now, okay, so we got the string beans, we got the cauliflower, and we got the broccoli. Now, let me show you what we're gonna do with this. I'm using fresh string beans. It's better to use fresh string beans. So you're gonna cut the ends of them. You know, make sure it's all cut. Don't have to cut all of them because they're actually pre-cleaned. So it looks good, pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's cut this one. Okay, so we're gonna rinse these real good. And we're gonna throw these in there too. Now, what you're gonna do, because you have salmon in here, you want to add some water because you don't want the vegetables and everything else to get done before the salmon. So you just want to add a little bit. Like I said, no season. We're going to throw a little bit of butter in there. Now we're gonna put a small slice of butter on each side. Not a lot. Small slice. Okay, so we're waiting for the rice to get done. We're gonna throw this on. Look at that. See? Look at it. Nice healthy meal. Let's clean the bottom of the pot because it might be wet. If the bottom of the pot is wet, it's going to start smoking. Now, we have the rice. We have the rice on. We have the hot water on for the rice, and we have the meal on. So we're going to wash that. Now, to make it cook faster, you want to put a lid over it. So we're letting that cook, and people remember. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now we're gonna clean up this area. Put the mushrooms back in here. Dump the rice in here. That's black bean rice. Very good for you. Now, whenever you're eating rice, you don't want to eat a lot. You know, you want to eat like a fistful of rice. You know, that's a nice size portion. Starches is not good for you, you know. But every now and then, you know, it's okay to eat the starch. So, especially if you're dealing with diabetes or other illnesses that create inflammation. So that's just something you want to remember. Okay, so everything's cooking. I can never figure out how to do this. So, let's see what we got here. Now I know you're wondering what happened to the cherry bomb cake. So many things have happened. Oh man, I'm very busy, very busy. But I promise you, tomorrow I'm going to make the cherry bomb cake. Yes, there was one ingredient I didn't have. Then, so many things were going on. So tomorrow I'm gonna make sure everything's ready. We're definitely gonna make the cherry bomb cake, and also um, I'm making stuffed pork chops tomorrow with stuffed with stuffing, and I don't know what the sides are gonna be, but the cherry bomb, um, the cherry bomb cake is gonna be devastating when you see it. So I will be making it tomorrow, definitely. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Uh, let me see here. Yeah, so yes, so far I think it's the stuffed pork chops. I'm not sure. If I do switch it up, it'll be something different. But I think for now it's definitely gonna be the stuffed pork chops. So the cherry bomb cake, yes, I mean, this cake is fantastic. The way I'm gonna make this cake, it's gonna just water in your mouth. I mean, you're gonna be able to taste it. We're there at home. While you're sitting at home, you're gonna be able to taste this cake, and I'm trying to tell you, it's magnificent. So, uh, let me stir the rice and the other platter. See what's going on here. Whoa. Okay, let that cook. Okay, so the salmon looks like it's cooking good. The salmon is cooking the steam is rolling up in there and everything's looking good. The rice is still cooking. So I still have the rice on high. I'm about to cut it down because you don't want it to overflow. Okay, so it almost overflowed. But it's all right. So everything's cooking. I'm waiting for the water to boil down from the salmon because what happens is you want all the flavors, all the season, not season because we didn't use no season, but everything, the taste of it to be gathered in it. And see, once that water boils down, almost, it's gonna make a little, so it's gonna make a small gravy, and you're gonna just keep on putting it over, and then you keep on flipping it, and so it turns into a tiny bit of gravy. And let me tell you something: the salmon is gonna taste delicious. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Look at that. I want to show you. Woo! Look at that. Looking good. Okay, so let's check the rice out. The rice is boiling. So I'm hoping that the rice gets done the same time the salmon gets done. But you know, it is what it is. If it gets done, it gets done. So, uh, um, what else I was gonna say? Hold on one second. So everything's cooking, and uh, well, I take my time every day to make sure that I cook something different, something special. Um, because I know sometimes people get home and they say, "What am I going to cook tonight?" You know, and some people are, some people want something different. You know, uh, there's always different dishes that I make. There's different dishes that's in my cookbook. So it's good. And then a lot of times you have couples that cook together. Um, that's a that right there is amazing. When you cook together and you have somebody special that can share that moment with you. It doesn't even have to be your other mate. You could be your kids. Your kids could chime in and say, "Hey, well, I want to know how to do this. I want to know how Mr. Kirby does this and that." So yeah, okay. So let's check the food again. So the salmon is basically done. I'm giving it a final fry. Can you hear it? It's sizzling. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna actually turn it off in a couple of seconds. I'm still waiting for the. I'm still waiting for the. For the. For the beans. I mean, for the black bean rice. Look at that. Woo! Looking good. Looking good. Okay. So the rice is still cooking, and so right now we're waiting for the rice actually. Ah, so yeah, so the rice should be done any moment. So now with the cherry bomb cake, It's very easy to make. I mean, you start off like you're making a regular cake. You got your you got your fudge, hot fudge. You got your caramel. It's just like making an ice cream sundae, but it's just cake, and it tastes totally different. I mean, it has a great taste. It's a dessert that you'll enjoy, and you have like the greatest smile on your face when you eat this cake, especially if you make it right. I make cake extremely soft. So, and a lot of people say, oh, well, how do you get your cake so soft? The secret to getting the cake soft is when your cake's done, cooking it, number one, don't read the directions. You know, you put a little bit of oil in it. You put a, you put a half a cup of water in it. Not even half a cup, half of a cup. Then you mix it up real good. You throw your eggs in there, mix it up real good. Mix it till you can't mix it no more. And then when you take it off your spoon, and it just, you got a good cake. Then you put it in the pan. Make sure you put butter in there. You flour it real good, lightly. Flour it lightly. So then what you're gonna do? You're gonna put your batter in there, and when the cake is done, you're gonna want to see crystals in that cake. Now, that means when you look at that cake, you're gonna see shiny things. It's nothing wrong with your cake. That means you have a perfect cake. Now, if you don't see that, your cake more than likely is going to be it's not going to be that soft. It's not going to be soft at all. But I guarantee you, if you follow the directions, you'll get the softest cake. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so it's almost done. We probably got to need a couple more minutes. But like I said, um, making a cake is an art. And you have to have a lot of love for cooking. And if you have a lot of love for cooking, or a lot of love for anything you do, it'll always come out perfect. You know? Um, yeah, so, yeah, yeah. So, uh, let's get, well, the rice still got some time on it. This dish basically is more healthy. It's like a healthy dish for, especially somebody dealing with high blood pressure or other issues. You know, salmon is like the key thing to eat. You know, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, you got your vegetables in there. You know, now as you notice, the butter. I put 2 slices of butter in there, but I also put water in there. The water will break down the sodium contents of that butter. So, um, so you have a great meal. Now the rice you only want, as far as rice, uh, rice has a little sodium. Depends on how much you eat of it. You only want to eat like a handful. Um, you know, and sometimes it's good not to eat a starch at all. But every now and then, yeah, you can have some rice. It's not gonna hurt. Uh, you see the difference in your body when you start leaving starches alone, salty foods alone. Listen, I've never had table salt in my home. Table salt or table sugar, uh, because that's one of the things that makes you sicker. That's there's there's no use for that in your home. You know, because you got to understand something. Everything's natural. You know, you know. Um, Maybe if you want a little bit of tea in your, listen. Even if you want to put a sweetener in your tea, you can use honey. Honey's, I could say, honey's more healthier than sugar. So, you know, um, you know, uh, and there's people that want to put honey. Actually, there's people that want to sweeten their oatmeal in the morning. You know, you can use honey for that too. You know, so so there's always something else that you can sweeten your your stuff with. Anything, you know. So that's a better choice as far as salt goes. You know, you, you can use onions and green peppers to season onions, green peppers, and mushrooms, and fresh garlic to season your food. And you're getting that natural taste. You're not getting that salty taste. You're getting that natural taste. So that's what it's about. You know, you want that natural taste because you got to understand something. God gave you $1 billion body. Why would you continue to put tons of sodium in it? You know, yeah. So you want to be able to keep that $1 billion body. You know, you want to be able to watch what you eat. Boxed foods are bad for you. Tons of sodium. You know, bag foods are bad for you. You know, takeout is bad for you. I mean, hey, I like takeout every now and then. I would say if you're going to eat takeout once a week, you know, and make sure when you eat takeout, make sure it's not too salty. You know, and make sure you stay away from certain things. Like I would say, French fries is bad for the heart. You know, uh, there's so many things. But I mean, if you really have a problem with sodium or high blood pressure, I would say stay away from that stuff overall. Just eat your basic healthy meals, and you'll be all right. Let me check. Okay. Looks like it's coming to an end. Let me give it a good taste. Yep, it's done. So let's get the plate. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get the rice. We'll put the rice in the strainer. Okay, so look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that salmon. String beans, cauliflower, broccoli, and the rice. Excellent. Well, thank you for watching and have a great day.